First, let's start with this titanium alloy part and give a simple explanation. This titanium alloy part is exactly the same as the original factory one in terms of structure, it's identical. This clamp is included with our kit. Then, it's very simple. Remove these 4 bolts, the 4 bolts on the clamp, then take off the oxygen sensor, and then replace the whole thing. Just swap it on, and it's done. Now, the main thing we want to talk about is the rear section. Okay, now let's mainly talk about how to install this rear section. The rear section is, relatively speaking, a little more troublesome. First, we need to remove these 2 bolts, and then we need to take off this clamp. After that, there are 2 clamps below, 2 exhaust clamps. After taking it off, we can then assemble the new one. After we remove this side cover, after taking off these 2 bolts, you will see there are 2 clamps here, 1 clamp, 2 clamps. Take these 2 clamps off. Okay, then we'll remove these few bolts, and these 2 bolts, and then our entire exhaust can come off. Right, the entire exhaust comes off. After we take this exhaust off, hey, it has a few rubber mounts here, and there's a metal piece on the back. These few things all need to be taken off, all 4 of these will be used. We insert this front section into this rear section. For this rear section, you need to pay attention. This one, the one installed below, this spot doesn't have a hanger tab, this spot has no hanger tab. Okay, and then install it like this. Then you'll find that this spot has an angle. We have to adjust this angle ourselves, because look at this spot, see it? You should adjust it in this manner. This can be rotated, you can turn it. And this spot rests right on top of here. Okay, this is the rear section, resting right on top. When we are installing this exhaust, hey, you can, in this area, around this circle, and also around this circle, apply our standard issue exhaust sealant. It should be applied on this position here, apply it here. Don't apply it on the outside here, apply it on this side. This side, and then this part slides in. Okay, then it will have a sealing effect. Of course, it's also fine if you don't apply it, because this fits perfectly inside, and our fitment is done very well. You don't need to apply too much, just a little bit to achieve a sealing effect is enough. Okay, remember this. Of course, this is a demonstration, this is for the video. You all should, at this time, put the clamp on, otherwise you won't be able to put it on later. That's the first thing. And the second thing is this pipe of ours, it can actually be twisted, it can be rotated. So the position we need to adjust it to should be a relatively harmonious position. You can see it's an even distance from this spot, like this. Okay, so the bottom part is installed. Now let's install the top part. Okay, the job of applying the exhaust sealant, what's it like? You apply it on the inner side of the rear section, see? The inner side. Basically, any place we have a connection, we should apply a little bit. Whether it's this spot or this spot, it's best to apply some. This way, the fitment will be better, the seal will be better. After we've applied the sealant, we put the clamp on top of here. This spot also needs to be adjusted. You can take a look, you can look at this spot. This spot also has an angle like this. It's just right, there's an equal angle from this spot. And then if you feel it's not right, just turn it and twist it a bit. The bottom part also, relatively speaking, this height is quite harmonious. And this spot is a bit smaller, and then it gradually gets bigger like this. Okay, pay attention. If you have this thing, put it on top, okay? And this thing might, due to some shipping issues, for example, or because it's a welded part, if it's slightly deformed, we can just use our hands to bend it back. This spot, bend it back a little, just pull it back a bit and it'll be okay. If you still feel it's not right, you can just give this a twist, that also solves it easily. But the main thing is that this spot has to line up. Okay, this spot, we'll tighten it with a bolt later. Now, we need to focus on the installation of this spot, right here. Okay, have you seen that this spot is already relatively high up? So we need to use our original factory mount, this mount, and press it on top of here. Yes, like this. This spot, it should be flat here, right? It comes out flat, and then this part gradually angles up. These 2 parts, these 2 exhaust pipes, are not touching. These 2 pipes don't touch, they never touch. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is this spot, this foot peg can be perfectly folded up. And it's the same for the rear. In the back, you can also see there's a distance here, there's a distance. When we compress the suspension, it won't hit the exhaust. So, these are the first few things. The mount for the upper exhaust pipe is on, that is, the top part is on here. Okay, and then 2 are stacked together. 2 are stacked, and this metal washer and this mount are both on top. Okay, so our installation of this rear section is done up to this point. And finally, we need to install the outer splash guard cover. Check if this spot is leaking. If there are leaks, you can still take it apart to check. Okay, if there are no leaks, we can install the final cover. The last thing we need to check is this spot. This spot has a gap. This spot is also a gap, you can also fit your hand in here. But when you get to this spot, hey, it's just right, it rests right on top. So you can see, this spot has a hand's width of a gap on top. Like this, see? This is obviously, there's space here, so you'll need to adjust it, give it a twist, okay? Okay, we're done installing now. We just take these two panels and clip them on top like this. If the spacer here is a bit crooked, we can use pliers to bend it a little. So, the approximate curve is like this. Okay, so our side profile looks like this. And there's also an anti-scald overlay panel. You don't need to install this one, because this spot is already quite far away, so you don't need to install it. Okay, so this is roughly how it looks after it's installed. Finally, just check for leaks again, and it's okay.